It's another episode brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sports booking app. Deke, not only is it safe, but it is secure and reliable. And for all the first-time users out there, if you use the promo code
MOATS,
you receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. Let me just say that again. If you use
case
the
someone
promo
didn't hear
code,
that,
right? If they didn't hear it, if you use the promo code
MOATS,
you will receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. So stop wasting time. Download the app, use the promo code, and get an opportunity to make a little money. Way we'll do this, man. Start off at MVP. We'll say who we think should win versus who we think will win. Yep. Okay. So for me, man, I do think that Aaron Rodgers is going to win this thing. I think that they've done, his numbers speak for themselves. Obviously, he led the league in passing touchdowns with 48. He had 5 picks, which is insane. I mean, when you think about having, a touchdown to interception ratio, that crazy, just it makes zero sense to me. But then led the league in completion percentage at 70.7%. Then he had a QBR, because I know you like QBR. He had the best QBR, 84.3. And in fact,
it's just part of the picture.
They said that's like the second highest QBR of all time, and the first highest was what he did the other year he won the MVP. I want to say,
really,
yeah.
The 50 Brady's not up there. What about Peyton Manning's 55?
None of it.
Mahomes is 50.
Aaron Rodgers has the highest now, and this becomes the second highest. Man, shout out to Rodgers.
I'm
man.
actually stunned with that.
Yes, I was too. I was looking. I'm like, what? No way. And yeah, literally, that's what it is.
He had a really good year. I don't think it was on those
didn't feel
levels.
like that, right? It didn't.
It
but
wasn't.
Definitely, I mean, you look at the numbers, it's like, this is crazy. But that's, honestly...
Was it the no fans? I don't know.
But to me, honestly, it felt the same as last year. When you look at his numbers last year, they were very much in the same realm.
He just threw for more touchdowns.
That was it.
He was able to get the ratio. Aaron Jones didn't have as many touchdowns. Right. He had more yards. But
other than that, last year to this year for Aaron Rodgers, it was very much similar. But like you said, the touchdown number goes up, the 48 touchdown to 5 picks. It's crazy. Like that makes zero sense to me. But that's why for me, I think that he should win it. And I don't have an issue with him winning it. But a person I would want to get recognition, I thought Josh Allen. But honestly, Derrick Henry, man, the 2K on the ground from Derrick Henry is crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, not only did he lead the league in rushing, 2,100 total yards from scrimmage, which led the league as well. Then he led the league in touchdowns with 17 rushing touchdowns. But you look at the durability. 378 rushing attempts, led the league in that as well. Played every game this year. And like I said, man, just balled out. And you knew, even though Tannehill did some things that surprised us, right? Did some things to continue to expand what he was capable of doing. We still knew the focal point of that offense was Derrick Henry. And for him to, on top of that, average 126.7 yards on the ground per game, that's crazy to me. So yeah.
His second half of the season was crazy. I agree with you. As I was looking through this, I'm like, how do we not have Derrick Henry legitimately in the conversation?
Yeah.
It's just where we're at with football. It's going to be the quarterback. And I think with the MVP versus offensive player, defensive player, even offensive rookie, defensive rookie, those are very much stat based, I think, where you could look at the stats and just who are the best stats.
That's what they,
So I think that's why it makes sense and why they have Derrick Henry getting the offensive player of the year and why I agree with that. But with the MVP, it's such an arbitrary thing. Most valuable. What do you consider valuable?
And it's such a quarterback award now because we could make this argument with this case of value.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, you would take, if you're starting a team tomorrow, you're starting a team for next season, you would take Rodgers, Mahomes, whoever as your first pick, as opposed to Derrick Henry. So that I think that plays into the valuable conversation. Now, when Peterson won, I don't know what the quarterback play was at that time. Maybe you would have taken Peterson one.
But wasn't that the 2,000-yard season for him as well, though?
Yeah, it was.
And that was the first time we saw that since... I'm trying to think.
Jamal Lewis. He had a 2,000-yard
but what year was that? That was that
2003
or
2003 or 2002.
So that's a long time, man. And that's why for me, like, seeing Derrick Henry do it this year was like, whoa, because we don't get that a lot. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think Jamal Lewis won MVP.
No, and then when Chris Johnson did it, he didn't win MVP either with the Titans. Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I gotta look that up though with AP, man. What was the quarterback situation? Because you're right. Typically that wasn't the case. You still
probably take any of those top 5 guys, right?
I mean, you said that was what? 03? No, what year was it for AP?
Peterson. That was probably 08, 09, 10, 11.
That time frame. So you're still gonna have your Mannings, your Breezes, your Bradys, your Bens.
Yeah.
Your Rodgers. Rivers, you got everybody. You got
Rodgers.
The full gamut.
That was probably the top 5 or 6 at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. You still had the full gamut of quarterbacks right there. So I think even in that scenario, we still would have went there. But you know what else it could have been? Was because AP was coming off the ACL injury. Remember, I thought he tore the ACL the year before, and then he came back and rushed for the 2,000 fresh off the ACL, and everybody went crazy. I think that was why.
That might have been it. I don't know if it's flipped or not, where he had the 2,000 and then he tore it the next year.
I'm almost certain it was.
Okay.
I'm almost certain because I remember that being like the big thing because everybody was skeptical about what he would look like coming back. And literally, he comes back and it's like, oh, he went for 2K on a ACL. Like, that's nuts. And I remember being pissed that whoever was a part of the Vikings statistical staff, whoever miscounted those yards at the end of that thing to say, oh, yeah, all right, AP's good. He got the record. We don't need to run him anymore. I have an issue with them because he was supposed to break the record. I think he was literally like...
I don't remember this.
Yeah, it was like either 7 or 8. It was like super close of him breaking the record, but they initially thought he already had it in the fourth and was just like, oh, yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
My mind's so foggy on this timeline because Favre he wasn't on that team.
No, Favre was. Yeah, because Favre was there, Percy Harvin.
So this was Favre's amazing year too.
No,
that's what I'm thinking.
No. Favre's amazing year was 9 because that was Percy Harvin's rookie year. Because Percy Harvin won rookie of the year, and that was the year they went to the NFC Championship game. That was 9. AP didn't go for 2K and 9. AP went for the 2K before then.
Okay, then yeah.
So it had to have been 8 years.
Because Favre only played with the Vikings 2 years. Right. He had the really good year, and then he had the shitty year. Yep. I guess that's the one where you took him out, right?
Oh, chill, man. Well, because that happened in 10. That was the 10 year. So that would have been his second year there.
So AP's year, before that, you think?
So AP would have been in
or is he after? Or is he like 11 or 12?
We're going to find out right here. That's the beauty of technology.
I'm going to say 12 or 13 because I think he was on one of those Madden covers around that time.
All right.
It was him and Barry Sanders. It was like a split Madden cover.
I hope you're right. I hope you are. Let's see. This is the beauty of technology, right?
Because I think they were...
Nope. Yeah, you're right. It was 12. So, 8. He led the league in rushing. That's what it was. 8, he had 1760 on the ground, led the league in rushing. 12 was where he went for the 2K. So,
wow.
So then 11 would have been when he tore it because he only played 12 games in 11.
Yeah.
That's had to be it.
See, he was having a good season. Then, he got hurt.
But I just remember him, like, literally the next year right off the ACL, go crazy for the 2K. That had to be the reason.
Are you able to click on who is their quarterback?
In 12? I don't know who the quarterback was in 12. Let's see. You know who it might have been? The dude from Florida State. Ponder? Yeah, Christian Ponder.
Didn't
That's
they
who
have
it was.
Joe Webb in for a little bit too in like a playoff game?
Right here it has Christian Ponder starting 16 games for them. Toby Gerhardt was on that team. You remember? Shout out to Toby Gerhardt. That was my 2010 draft class brother right there out of Stanford, man. I thought Toby was cool when I met him. Jeez. I'm not gonna lie, man.
He went off in college.
He did. Listen, man, it was like we went to the whole Walter Camp All-American thing, right? And because I was the player of the year for the 1AA, I got to go. So I'm like, sitting here, I'm seeing your Sues, your McCoys, your Tebows. And I'm like, oh, these guys are cool. But I was like, yo, that's Toby Gerhardt right there. Like, bruh, Toby was killing people in Stanford, man. I couldn't believe it.
More impressed with him over Tebow.
I was, bro. It was bad. I was. Because I thought Tebow was a product of the guys. And, Percy Harvin from the crib. I'm like, man, Percy made you. I ain't tripping on you. So that was my vibe with Tebow, man. But, yeah, I was a Gerhardt guy. I was like, yo, I like his style. He's old school, just running, like, just lazy line up and just power run downhill. Like that was the vibe I got from him.
Definitely.
But yeah, that was. I'm trying to think who was the other quarterback. I don't see any other.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking. Let's see playoffs.
I mean, AP single-handedly let Ponder play because
they went 10-6 that year. They finished second in the NFC North.
Yeah, he definitely helped Ponder's career out.
Lost to the Packers in the playoffs that year, 24-10. Let's see who the quarterback was in that playoff game, because that might be what you were talking about.
Yeah, it might have been another year, because they had a stretch.
No. This is it. Joe Webb, 11 for 30, 180. I don't know what happened, because I don't see Ponder up here. He must have got hurt, yeah.
Because he was a receiver.
Yeah, I remember that. Because we would always play them in Buffalo in our preseason. And he would always be the guy in the first half. We're like, okay, he might be a receiver, a gadget guy. Second half is like, now he's quarterback. So now you got to worry about your zone reads, your option style stuff, just because he could scramble and things like that. But yeah, that's wild.
Some people thought they would have a better chance with him. Because Ponder wasn't that good. But like maybe the running game with him and AP would be a little bit more dynamic.
Between Florida State had that span of Ponder and EJ Manuel where they both came out highly regarded.
Yeah, they were good in college.
Yeah, and won a lot in college, man. Put up numbers, but it just never really translated to the NFL in terms of being just sustainable success and stuff like that. Man,
we're going down memory lane. Now I'm thinking like Jake Locker. Bro, he was supposed to be a stud.
Man, it's crazy, man. Shout out to the nostalgia. This is what you get when you're not in the Super Bowl, Or, dog, when you're not in the SB. Oh, I almost got myself. We not in SB. This is what happens, man. This is what happens, baby. So don't get me in trouble today.
No, you're good. So my MVP pick.
Yeah, who you got, man?
Who I think should have won it and who I think will win it.
Yes.
I'm with you. I think Rodgers will definitely win it.
Yeah.
All signs are pointing to that. Who I think should have won it, I'll be honest with you, dude, with this being such an arbitrary award, I think Mahomes. And you probably could attest to this if you would have asked me at any point during the regular season. Rodgers versus like Mahomes or Brady. I still would have taken Mahomes and Brady in terms of I want these guys for a playoff run. I want these guys for a single game. That's what I consider valuable, and the numbers are close enough to where Mahomes is like only a point or two off with the QBR.
They're definitely close, yeah.
He played in one last game, and he has like 38 touchdowns, but he has more passing yards. He led the league in passing yards per game. So I'm leaning Mahomes, dude. He's just one of those guys. I think it's just, do you want Mahomes? Do you want Rodgers? Who do you consider more valuable? If you're going to put a take on either guy, like who are you going to bet on? I would bet on Mahomes over Rodgers. That's what I consider valuable. And like I said, all the numbers for the regular season back that up to where it's not something outrageous.
Very true. And whenever it gets tight like that, when we're splitting hairs, I go back to your rules in terms of the it factor, clutch performance, big game moments. I've seen my man Mahomes and
wait, so you're leaning Mahomes now?
Oh no, between those two, absolutely, yeah.
For who should have won?
No, not for who should have won. I'm just saying if I'm picking a quarterback between those two.
But you're respecting the regular season
I respect
Rodgers had.
Yeah, I respect the regular season Rodgers had. But if I'm picking between those guys, I'm picking Mahomes because I've seen him show up every time in big moments. Whereas with Rodgers, sometimes he shows up, sometimes it's not there.
Even the time they lost in the AFC Championship to the Patriots,
still did
he balled out.
Took him to OT and everything. He
bring
did
them back.
his. Yeah, so that's my thing. And then you look at this, man, 3 AFC Championship appearances in a row, won 2 of them, won a Super Bowl. Now he's going to another one. Realistically, he has a legitimate chance of winning another one. To me, when I see Mahomes, it's like the big moments. It's almost like watching Brady in terms of how the moment is never too big. It doesn't matter if they're trailing. We saw them down 10 in the fourth quarter of a Super Bowl a year ago. And like nothing's wrong, makes a crazy pass to Tyreek Hill, gets them back in the game and changes everything. It reminds me of Brady. How many times have we seen Brady do similar things, man? Act like the score doesn't matter somehow, some way. Down 28-3 at 28-3 at halftime versus the Falcons in the Super Bowl. What does he do? Come back like nothing's wrong.
Dude, me and my buddies, man,
nuts.
We're watching this game. I will never forget it. It's halftime. Everyone's saying, "Oh, it's over." Me and my buddy looked at each other, we're like, dude, it's not over. Like,
bro, and funny thing, I wasn't even watching Super Bowls when that happened.
I know. I remember you telling me about that.
I just remember people hitting me up like, bro, at least y'all got lucky, man. Falcons whooping people. Falcons doing this to people, man. Falcons, they are big. I'm like, all right, whatever, cool. And then in the game, I get the same text, bro, you ain't gonna believe what happened. Oh my God, bro, he's the GOAT. I've never seen this before. I'm like, oh, all right, thanks.